Hi everyone, my name is Mohammad Ashar. I will be speaking about embracing the unexpected, and I hope I'll make it worth for you. Uh, so I'll be doing this presentation with a very dear friend of mine. He'll be there on the PPT to help me show you visually, which I will not be able to tell you at times. He's a little sensitive about his name, so we'll appreciate if you don't call him out for it. Gotia says hi. Uh, See, life throws curveballs at you when you least expect it. You might be going on a certain path and suddenly there's a sudden change of event. It could be a sudden job loss, an unexpected diagnosis, or you losing out your Wi-Fi network when you're handling that important video call. It is in these moments that we discover who we truly are. Bazinga. Not just a word which made millions laugh on the Big Bang Theory show. It boils down essentially to embracing life's surprises, to knowing that it is very simple to take all of these unexpected events, which will happen eventually because you can't control it, and boiling it down to saying, Bazinga, life will tell you that pranked you or got you. It is how you rise back to the occasion. You welcome the unexpected events. You use those setbacks as stepping stones. You see, there are a billion possibilities that we could live out to or our life could have turned out to be. Yet we live in one reality. It is the reality that we choose for ourselves. The steps, the decisions that we take makes us live in that moment. Of all the uncertainties that we get to face, of all the uncertain events that come our way, we choose our realities. We accept our realities by choosing our own path. I'm no neuroscientist, but I've been told, and the research says, that our brains crave certainty. Brains need to know what is going to happen, when is it going to happen, and how will it happen. And yet, paradoxically, some of the greatest discoveries and some of the greatest inventions have come from uncertain events. Serendipitous, accidents which were not supposed to. People initially went out to do something else and then got at something else. They have changed the course of history. Some of the examples of these are X-ray, or pacemaker, microwave, and even post-it. A funny story about microwave is Percy Spencer was a radar engineer. He was working with a magnetron. As he switched it on, the waves kind of flowed, and he had a chocolate candy bar in his pocket, and that melted. That gave him the idea as to why did it happen, and it ended up giving us an invention we call now, a machine that we now call as microwave, and we really cannot live without. It is these moments of uncertainty and how do you react or embrace to it which defines us. A story which truly embodies this is from 1928 at St. Mary's Hospital. A bacteriologist is working on Staphylococcus bacteria. His name is Alexander Fleming. He returns from his vacation, sees from all the petri dishes that are lined over there, one of the petri dish has mold in it. Now, if you understand how bacteria culture is made, essentially very simple thing is, bacterial culture is done on a media, which is essentially sugar. And what happens if you leave sugar unattended for a few or a number of days? Mold will grow on it. He could have thrown it away, discarded it as a ruined experiment. What Fleming did was rather studied it, because what the mold was doing at that particular time was killing the bacteria, inhibiting the growth. Why did it happen? What led it to do it? All of that led us to get the world's first antibiotic. The impact of this antibiotic may be inconsequential in these days when we are filled with all of these medicine and how we've gone past that. The impact couldn't be understood if we understand how World War II was going at that time, and it saved millions of lives. A paper was released at that particular time which said this. It spoke only about the discovery of penicillin. Now imagine this is what a mother says. Thanks to penicillin, my son will be back home. Thanks to penicillin, a wife is able to say, my husband will be back home. Thanks to penicillin, a child says, I got my father back home. This is the impact all these uncertain events have. You see, serendipity and serendipitous moments or happy accidents or embracing the unexpected. You need to realize that the amount of and the huge role that they play in our life is great. Have you ever come across a person who, when enters your life, changes your life's perspective completely? Or you come across an idea which eventually goes on to become something extremely big. All of these can only be done if you're there with open arms and embrace the unexpected. If you're too rigid on those plans of yours, you might miss on these moments. Well, if we're talking about unexpected events, opening up to newer possibilities, I think I would rather be a suitable subject to this. I studied in a convent school, and ever past my 3rd grade, I started reading a lot. Became an avid reader, started reading from Harry Potter to Lord of the Rings, from Hardy Boys to Nancy Drew, Paulo Coelho, Dan Brown. With all of them in my mind, I thought I'll become an author right now. So class 10th, and then the reality hit me that the earning part is going to be very, very difficult when you try to become an author, because selling books is not very easy. And then these moments, I changed my school and I got into a different school, and the teacher which I met over there, the biology teacher, completely changed my perspective, Mr. Weasley. I still remember. And that is when I realized that every cell in my body just wants to be surgeon. I thought of it, spoke of it, dreamt of it. All I wanted to do was to be a surgeon. I gave my medical entrance examination. I stand here amongst you all, clearly that I did not fly through it. I joined an MBA program after that. My bachelor's was done also in zoology. And as I was doing all of that, in my bachelor's, in the last year, my friend came up to me and says, "Yaar, CAT forms are out. Do you think you will be, do you want to give it? We'll give it a try." The most unexpected event is did not know anything about what to do in a B school, what to expect from a B school, how to prepare, what amount of time should I give this. I went ahead with it. I think I'm extremely proud to say that I'm happy that I'm stand here and talk amongst you all. I'm very grateful and thankful to the moment that I realized that I should do this and embrace this event, this unexpected event that had come my way, and embraced it with my open arms. Something we all going to relate to is, and Gotia is back. So all of us on certain days think today this is my day, I'm going to do whatever I want to. Gotia thinks as well. He thinks I'm going to do this today. But then what happens, or what could happen to us is, your car won't start, or you're talking to your girlfriend and you step into a puddle, or you're about to leave the office and your boss says, "Last minute meeting, guys, just one last meeting." Gotia seems angry here. Or you get a text saying, "We need to talk." And let's be honest, not one good conversation has come out when the text starts with, "We need to talk." So life will mess with your plans. It is in these, when life messes with the plan, you need to understand that there is a bigger hand in the universe which is playing like a sitcom writer and sits above you and is always ahead of the curve and always in on the joke, messing with you when you're about to say, "Okay, I've got this planned." That is when life messes with you. This exact similar event happened when I was very confident. I had a date planned for me, perfect outfit, right amount of cologne, the right conversation starters in my mind. Okay, I'm going to say this to her, and everything will be extremely fine. And to give you a little bit of context, I live in Lucknow, and this part of city where a lot of people have pigeons as their pets. And they love them, adore them, name them. One of the problems of that is, I was wearing a navy blue shirt, came out of my home, sat on my bike, and this is what happened. About to leave for my date, I had two options now: panic, go back home, cancel the date. Second option, own it. The disaster has happened, go and talk about it. This will prove to be an icebreaker. Chose the latter. Very happy to do that because that person is still a very, very good friend of mine. So the real story or the real solution of handling or embracing all these unexpected moments is humor. Real classy humor. No over-the-top positivity, not being overly optimistic about anything, but just being, okay, this has happened, might as well enjoy it. So life will continue to ruin your plans and all of this will continue to happen. But the only thing that you can do is step back, realize that this has happened, but I will not let it take away my joy for any matter or so. Another incident where I embarrassed myself enough, where the air hostess has given me food while I was traveling from Mumbai to Chennai, and the person sitting next to me was trying to adjust to her seat, and with her elbow caused all of the food to fall right there. And when all of it was packed and given back, the air hostess comes to me and says, "Ye coffee le lo. This time don't make sure that this does not fall." The only thing I did was ask my friend to take a picture, tell them not to speak to a lot of people about it. I might use it somewhere. Thank God I used it here. And so the only solution I found for that embarrassing, awkward situation was humor. Find something to laugh at it. And that is how you will be able to deal with it. One way of thinking is the journey we're in is not a straight road. You cannot drive in a top gear. You cannot expect yourself to always be cruising at 100 kilometers per hour. It's a curved road, steep road. Drive slowly, enjoy the road. And if there's a flat tire that comes your way, you got to stop there. Think about see the surroundings. Fix the tire, it's okay, this has happened. Do not start questioning why this happened to you, because the answer might be that there's 2 kilometers ahead, there might be an accident that might have happened, and all you had to deal was with a flat tire. So, Gotia likes to call it open arms, bazinga. The only way to deal with bazinga, the only right way to deal with life's unexpected event is open your arms and say it's going to be fine. That is all I have for you, is to treat life with humor, take it light, live, laugh, and take it one step at a time. Thank you from me and Gotia.